Bayern Munich has taken a significant step in strengthening their squad by finalizing a loan agreement for Nicolas Jackson from Chelsea. With a twist. This deal involves a conditional obligation that hinges on specific future conditions, which sources close to Chelsea believe will likely be met. The total value of the deal, including the loan fee and the final transfer obligation, reaches approximately €80.5 million. Roughly equivalent to £69.3 million, or $94.2 million. To break it down, Chelsea will receive an upfront loan payment of €16.5 million, while the obligation to buy outright is set at €65 million, making this a high-stakes move for both clubs. Early Monday, The Athletic reported that the negotiations, which had hit a pause on Saturday, were back on track, and optimism for an agreement grew. Interestingly, Chelsea initially permitted Jackson to travel for a medical evaluation, signaling serious intent, but that enthusiasm waned after an injury to Liam Delap during their match against Fulham left the club reconsidering. Despite the setback, Jackson remained in Munich after arriving to finalize the transfer negotiations, which continued behind the scenes. The change in plans was partly driven by Chelsea's proactive approach. They began discussions with Sunderland about recalling striker Marc Guiu from his season-long loan, adding a layer of strategic complexity. Chelsea's manager Enzo Maresca estimated that Delap would be out for approximately 8 weeks due to a hamstring injury sustained during the game, a development that prompted Chelsea to reconsider their attacking options. Further fueling the transfer speculation, The Athletic reported that Chelsea was contemplating signing another striker if Jackson's departure became permanent, and they had also been exploring options to recall Guehi from Sunderland, reflecting a desire to bolster their attacking ranks amid injuries and squad adjustments. Jackson, who joined Chelsea from Villarreal in mid-2023, has been a promising yet somewhat inconsistent talent, scoring 30 goals and providing 12 assists across 81 matches. His recent form included 13 goals in 37 appearances last season. Although his campaign was hampered by injuries and disciplinary issues, including 2 red cards, one against Newcastle United and another during the FIFA Club World Cup, highlighting some recent turbulence in his career. His contract runs through 2033, having been extended just last September, underscoring Chelsea's belief in his potential despite the current uncertainties. On the other hand, Bayern's interest in Jackson appears to be part of a broader scramble to find reliable backup options for their star striker Harry Kane, whose injury could dramatically impact the team's performance. Bayern's recent transfer window has been anything but smooth. They missed out on Nick Woltemade, who joined Newcastle after several rejected offers, and they saw Christopher Nkunku move to AC Milan, leaving them with limited options. The club's current dilemma is clear. They need a dependable striker to fill the void should Kane be sidelined. While new signing Luis Diaz has experience playing as a false 9, he's not a traditional center forward, and Bayern's squad lacks a seasoned backup in that position. This situation forces Bayern to consider less obvious options, like Jackson, despite some critics identifying issues with his conversion rate and discipline. Still, given the urgency, the need to cover for Kane and the slim transfer market pool, Bayern's interest makes more sense than it might seem at first glance. They are operating under pressure, which often pushes clubs to consider less conventional solutions. The real question remains: will Jackson fulfill the expectations at Bayern, or is he another gamble in a season full of high stakes? And for fans and critics alike, it's worth pondering, should clubs be more cautious or more daring in such high-pressure transfer windows?